It's a small, manageable task and starting on the first one by Mark Twain. I am Natalie Orr, aka Miss Worriless, owner, founder, and full-service wedding planner and event planner at Worriless Experience Productions Limited. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am here to talk to you about 5 items you'll need to create your Worriless Starter Wedding Pack. Anyone can guess what these 5 items can be? Any answers? What these 5 items can be to start your Worriless Starter? Your date and time. Setting a date is one of the most important aspects in planning your wedding. Choose a date that is meaningful to you both and allows enough time for successful planning, whether it's how it's meaningful to you, as well as choosing that 2 dates, right? You will have 2 dates that you prefer your wedding to be on. Recommended time frame is 10 to 12 months, right? You don't have your wedding dates as yet. You don't have them as yet. All right, so first step is date and time. The second item is setting an overall budget. So you discuss that budget between yourself and your fiancé, how much you can afford to spend, right? Also consider how much savings you'll have, as well as how much you can save each month. Also, talk with your parents or other persons close to you in terms of how you're willing, who would be willing to contribute towards this budget, right? So basically, we have 3 simple steps, right? You like determining who's contributing, that's step 1. Step 2 is crunching those numbers, so you determine how much between yourself and your fiancé can afford comfortably. And then step 3 will be step 1 and 2 added together, and you get your overall budget. And there you have it. The third one is setting the tone, theme, or color scheme. So my colleague Denise would have spoken to you about setting the tone. By choosing that theme or color scheme which resonates with your vision, consider your favorite colors or wedding style coordinator, because setting that tone really is helpful for us. And 4th, creating a checklist. Your wedding checklist is an important tool that you will use throughout your wedding planning journey, and it lists all the items and tasks needed to be completed. Your checklist should reflect what you should want to do each month leading up to your wedding date, without forgetting any important tasks, dates, or appointments. So basically, I'll put in a little plug here. We do have our Worriless collection, our sub-brand of planners. So if you're interested, you can always check me after and we can discuss further. Right? And lastly is decided on your guest count. I advise my couples that have your individual list. So you start with that individual list between yourself, your fiancé, and of course your parents. You take the common names that's on those lists. That will be a must-have list, and then you go through the remaining of the names, and you can then say, okay, we go through this list, and depending on how you feel, if this person is invited to your wedding or not, how you feel about that, and I think you know where the names will go in that list, whether if it's the list or your must-have list. And then after you make your counts,